My name is Paul Seabury. I'm a senior software engineer for ElanTech. ElanTech is a small company in Washington, D.C. on the East Coast of the United States. ElanTech has done a lot of business with defense contracts and government agencies. For instance, the project that I'm currently working on was for the Department of Homeland Security for first responders. Through a set of discussions that we had, we discovered that we would be a good fit to work together. And at that point, I was brought in to start bringing the expertise of your team into my project as a starting point. The first software project that we brought A1qa on was an extension of the first responder software that was part of the DHS contract. It's a piece of software that's supposed to help first responders go out in the field and collect information and push that information up the chain of command so that, the primary goals of first responders are to save lives and property and to resolve situations which endanger lives and property. So that's the program, and the portion of it was the mobile portion on the iOS devices. After we sort of smoothed our process out with A1qa and brought the pieces of information in the process from your team to our team, we then started incorporating other projects because we were pleased with the outcome. We brought two additional projects in to the testing mix. One was the full version of the mobile software that was the initial project, and that was a Silverlight project. And then we brought additional Silverlight projects that were larger in scope than the initial mobile project. At the time that we started the smaller mobile project on iOS with A1qa, the mobile space was completely new to us. So the technology was all new. Everything from UI to network, everything was new for us as developers. So getting a helping hand, robustly testing that all to sort of fill the knowledge gaps that we had was very beneficial as well. So communication with the A1qa team was really great, actually. We thought that the time difference might be an issue, but really it didn't turn out to be a very big issue at all. And it was really great that your team members really stressed that we communicate all the time. Even from a small company where it's very easy to communicate with our team members, I don't think that we were communicating enough. That was another aspect that your team helped us with, helped improve for us. The documentation that the test team was able to generate above and beyond what our team normally did was very beneficial, especially for our decision makers. Again, being a small company, the engineers typically were a little bit light on the test documentation and generating documents that our managers and bosses would like to see. So it was very beneficial to have complete documentation from start to end on the project for each step along the way. One of the big aspects and one of the big wins for us with working with A1qa was that we got to transfer the agile process knowledge from your team to our team. As we progressed with all of our projects, we've absorbed that knowledge and applied it and turned all of our projects into agile processes. So we continue to work with A1qa, and we initially thought that we would just transfer process and knowledge and try to take it on ourselves, but we still plan to continue with a number of projects because you guys have the expertise for it and the bandwidth to do. As new projects come on, like the project that I'm ramping up now and the other projects that I mentioned before, we plan to continue to use A1qa to test those projects.